Welcome to Algebra 2. This is a video on problems dealing with concept 18. And on this page, or on this worksheet 19.2, I'm looking at on the back numbers 42 and 43. And in both cases, we have to solve each equation. So what I've done is I've taken number 34, I've just rewritten it here so I have more room to work with. And to solve this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get rid of everything except for these parentheses that are raised to the fourth power. So the first thing I have to do is I'm going to move this minus 10 over by adding it to both sides. So I get 48 there, and I still have 3 times the quantity of x plus 1 raised to the fourth power. Now I want to get rid of the 3. You can't multiply this inside, but you can divide both sides by 3. That'll cancel there. Leaves me with the quantity of x plus 1 raised to the fourth. This divided gives me 16. Now I have a couple options. I have this exponent of 4. I have to get rid of that exponent. I have to eliminate it. So I can do one of two things. Either I can do a square root, or not square root, a fourth root. The fourth root will cancel that. Or I can raise both sides to the 1/4 power. Because 1/4 will cancel the 4 also. It depends on which way you got used to when you first started all these equations. What I'll go ahead and show is this fourth root. This fourth root now cancels with the 4 there, which leaves me with the quantity x plus 1. Then in here, if you're using a calculator, you probably know how to plug this in. The fourth root of 16 means some number times itself 4 times give us 16, which is going to be a 2. And then I have just one last thing to do, which is subtract the 1, which means I get x equals 1. Now, with the fourth root, the only trick is that you could also get -2, because -2 times -2 times -2 times -2 gives you 16 also. So you'd have to subtract 1 from -2 as well, which means you would get another answer of -3. So for this equation in number 42, my two answers are going to be +1 and -3. Now in 43, if I look at how 43 is starting, there's no, before we had that -10 that we had to add over. Here there's nothing after the parentheses, so I just have to concentrate first on the 1/2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. It's not an exponent. So now I'm left with the quantity of 5x minus 14 raised to the third power. This gives me -64. And now before, again, you could do the root symbol or the fraction exponent. If I do the fraction exponent, I would have to raise both sides to the 1/3 power. I have to do this on this side, and then -64 has to raise to the 1/3 also. Now it's the same concept, because on this side, this is saying some number times itself 3 times to give us -64. It's the cubed root of -64. And there's only one answer for that, which is -4. On this side, these cancel each other out, which leaves me with 5x minus 14. Now to solve for x, I have 2 more steps. I have to move this -14 over, add 14, add 14. So I get +10, and then I have to divide by 5, and I get x equals +2. So my one single answer for number 43 is +2.